Hello and welcome to today's lesson with Teacher Michelle.
Today we are going to be learning the letter X. Okay, students, before we learn to read and write the letter X, we first need to know what sound the letter X makes. But the letter X is a funny letter. He doesn't have one specific sound that he makes. Depending on how he's used, he will make several different sounds. Okay, that's important to know. And remember, all your letters have an uppercase, the big one, and we have the lowercase, the baby letters. Now, I have already taught you uppercase letters, they say the name, they tell you the letter you are working with. And the lowercase makes the sound. But that is the rule for all the letters except the letter X. Most of the time you will use X as a sound when using the letter X because it will be in the front of the word on a standalone, like you'll be on his own, like X-ray. X-ray. Can you hear the X is all on his own and then the rest of the word follows? And then sometimes it's going to be at the end of the word and it's going to make a X sound. Almost like an S or a K or a C, but not. You mix them all together. Like you're calling a cat. You know how to call a kitty? Yes. All right. So, which words have it at the end? Do you know any? There are words like six, box. There are a few words that will end with the letter. And then you'll get your few words like xylophone, where it sounds like the letter Z. I told you he has many sounds. So you need to listen carefully and repeat whenever you can so you can practice what sounds the letter X makes. Let's look at some words that start with the letter X and use the letter X because there are not a lot of words that start with the letter. Please remember to listen carefully and repeat each word as I say them. X-ray, xylophone, box, six, fox, ox, Did you hear that not all of the words start with the X sound? One of them, X-ray, starts with the name X. And then xylophone makes a funny Z sound instead of the X sound. The last four words end with the letter X because that is mainly where you will find the X sound, at the end of the words. Try and say these words on your own. Practice the sounds. Now let's learn how to write the letter X. Now if you can see, I've already started with our magic line. We have our top line, middle line, and bottom line. And remember, your uppercase letters, the big letters, they are going to touch the top line and the bottom line. And your lowercase letters, the baby letters, are going to mostly work from the middle line down to the bottom line. Some of them will touch the top line, but that's not the case with letter X. Let's get started. Start with the uppercase X. We're going to start with our pencils on the top line. Can you see the arrow? From there, you're going to draw a skew line all the way to the bottom line. Can you see that? And now you're going to lift your pencil and go back up to the top line. And you're going to do another diagonal line, but you're going to cross over the first line. Can you see that? It looks like a big cross. No, but it's actually letter X. Now we're going to do the lowercase x. And the lowercase x is not that different to your uppercase x. The only difference is we start on the middle line. Okay, and we're going to put our pencils on the middle line and we're going to draw the diagonal line to the bottom line nice and slowly. We're going to lift our pencils and then we're going to do the diagonal line coming the other way. So we're going to make the crisscross. Now we're going to trace the letter X. So we're going to start at the middle line there by the red arrow and we're going to go, remember, diagonal. We're going to go down all the way from the middle to the bottom line. We're going to lift our pencils, go back to the middle line and do the second cross line. And we're going to cross over the first line and there we go, finished. Now we are going to write the letter X. So watch carefully as Teacher Michelle writes it for you. Okay, we're going to start at the middle line by the red arrow. Can you see it? And we're going to go, remember, it's a skew line. We're going to go all the way to the bottom. And then we're going to go back to the middle line and we're going to do the crossover line. And we're going to go from middle all the way to the bottom again. Finished! Now we're going to go through the X words that we learned at the beginning of the lesson. Please listen carefully for the X sound depending on where it is in the word. Listen carefully. X-ray. Xylophone. Box. Six. Fox. Ox.
Well done. You guys are really doing good. Well done, class. We have reached the end of our lesson for today. Remember, practice makes perfect. So if you need to, go back and watch the lesson again before completing your activity. Goodbye, and I will see you all in the next lesson. Please remember to subscribe to my page, like and share this video so that all your friends can learn with you.